open up and we're going to go to Amos
Good.
3
Okay, come on.
first.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Great Millstone. So this wicked kingdom, which is ruled by Esau Edom. Okay, that's the biblical nationality of the so-called white man.
Good.
Okay, and we're out here to wake up the elect that the Bible speaks of, the 144,000, which comprises of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians. We're gonna open up with Amos
3 and 11,
3 and
11, 11 and 12, right? Because we are in that time in this country. As a matter of fact, Gabar, can you pull up?
You mean 8 and 11? 8 and 11.
Did I say 3 and 11? Slot. 8 and 11.
Yeah.
Slot. Yeah. So
I got it.
You got it?
pull up that article on Bill C.
I'm sorry, I can't because my phone's being used.
Oh,
Yeah.
who can pull up Bill C10, right? Because this is where this is going in this land.
No, see,
Right? The daughter of
You got it?
Babylon.
Amos
Yeah,
8.
you got it.
Yes, Amos 8 and 11.
Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of and they shall wander and from the north to seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it.
That's right. Hey, so first and foremost, lots being said there, right? But I'll just start right where the brother left off. Those people who are seeking it, seeking the truth, and they're not going to find it. They're not going to find it. It started restless, and then outside of that, even though it doesn't say that, you wicked people, the wicked and the rest of you nation, because you're looking for answers with the pandemic. We're talking about the mark of disobedience, the MOB, right?
We're here. It's
You know,
here.
Yeah, it's here.
It's here.
It's here, right? Hey, by the way, that prophecy in terms of its arrival is here, but we're waiting for that draconian mandate.
It's already
Alright.
here.
Hey,
The draconian mandate in regards to the mark,
get the word in men.
right?
I meant.
So, but let's get back to this famine. So, this famine is about this truth, the eternal truth, the word of Yahweh Shem Yoshai. And yeah, you got it? Yeah. And they're restless
This
as
is
hell.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, my mouth and give them warning from me.
Mm-hmm. The mouth of the prophets, right? Prophets say before, starting with the apostles and elders on down.
Right.
Right? The Lord's let me just say it now for the record. Okay. There's a lot of so-called unity camps. They're asking, what is this? What is reincarnation? They're asking all these questions. They can't come together. They want answers on rape. This is a part of the famine, right? Hey, and now if you go on the internet, if the Lord wants you to get it, pull up the information, you might be able to see it. But we've been telling you all along. Hey, and you know where we are.
I got a quick article to bring up
Go ahead, brother.
based upon the Bill C you're talking about.
Yeah, you know. 'Cause
So I type it up. It says, what is Bill C Act? It says an act to amend the Broadcasting Act, Canadian Parliament. So an act to amend Broadcasting Act is a proposed Canadian federal legislation introduced on November 3rd, 2020 by the Minister of Canadian Heritage, Steve Goldberg, whatever, during the second session of My bad. I'm gonna get to the point. I'm gonna look for the point. But basically, the act is to cancel out. It's to cancel out anything that's speaking against the system on the internet. So free speech is going to be destroyed. So Esau wants to take away free speech, but that's how he's disguising it. You got men?
Yeah, I got the etymology.
Okay, Khan, go ahead.
So early 13th century to correct uh, physical blemish, stain, blemish, sign, mark.
So Esau's trying to get rid of the truth with this act, but it's all according to prophecy. I think we're reading.
Just
Yep.
beautiful point. We're
Yep.
not going to say our own words. Continue.
Amos 8 and 11.
Mhm.
Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread,
Mhm.
nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Lord. And they shall run, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall
Mhm.
not find it.
So that means the men of the Lord, the prophets, are not going to be out here anymore, man.
Yeah.
The truth is not going to be so easily available to water.
You're not gonna see the brothers on YouTube because they keep deleting our channels.
Exactly.
YouTube, unless you have a Patreon or some of those shit, you know.
The
Yep.
spirit is with you.
I got
Yeah.
it right here.
I just want to say something about Bill C10 because Bill C10,
Yeah.
how they're looking at it now is because the internet is not regulated like how television is regulated. So you have like the FCC, which is in the United States, but you have a different. You have the Canadian version. They regulate.
CRTC, I'm pretty sure.
I think it was CRTC. I can't remember the acronym, but they regulate the media over here. So they censor everything and it goes through a filter. The internet now, it's like everybody has the ability. Anything, if you have truth, it only takes you a matter of seconds to put that up on the internet, and the
Yeah.
elites don't like that.
Yeah.
So they want to limit the amount of publishers that are out there.
Yeah.
Because too much truth is coming out.
Yeah. Con. It starts with the men of the Lord. Now I got the Bill C here real quick. This correct 10 passes after midnight will regulate steam to cancel out the truth, but it passes overnight where no one knows. So showing you how they deal with everything, man. It's just what they want to do, right? It's just Esau, and it says Bill C10 aims to amend Broadcasting Act, right? Grants greater regulatory powers to CRTC. I think that's what you were saying. To regulate streaming services and apps while also users generate content on social media such as YouTube.
So basically, they're going to penalize, say, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook,
WhatsApp.
anything that they
Everything.
usually pass message freely through, and then in turn now they're going to penalize us. Yeah. Right? Tell you, they're going to block you off or fine you. There'll be some kind of deal with the free speech.
That's right.
Like we're in real, like right now it's a communist China. That we're all living under, basically,
Yep.
Yeah.
all over.
Communism.
Yeah, exactly, communism. Yeah.
That's right.
A precept, real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
That's right.
Well, so that woe is destruction, right? Because we're dealing with the family of the word, right? There's still a punishment for that. You'll still be penalized for doing what's needed to be done, right? So the elect is being sealed up according to the apostle. The elder apostle, they feel the elect has already been sealed up and called in. They pass these bills.
I got more to add to that because it's quenching the word. You're not supposed to quench the word. That's why there's going to be a penalty for that because you're trying to stifle Yahweh Shemashai's voice.
Con.
So it says here, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 16, rejoice evermore, pray Mashiach Yahushai concerning you. Quench not the spirit, despise not prophesying, prove all things, hold fast that which is good. abstain from all appearance of evil, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to quench the word. They're trying to. They despise prophecy.
Yeah.
They really hate us out here. It's an eyesore because we're actually exposing their plans.
Every day, continually,
Yeah, man.
24/7. I think it's Psalms 19, right? Put together.
So it's the Son of Man, 3:17. Son of Man, I've made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Yeah.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not a warning. So this is the most people who are not evil, right? Nor speaketh to warn the wicked from his wicked way,
right.
to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Which is why we're out here, right? Because like if we don't want the people trying to stop being keyboard ninja, and you had the truth for yourself, so you cause the guy to die, right? Verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. Man, that's what we're called hopeful elect.
You want to go back to that Amos?
Yeah.
Or you have something else? The Psalms?
Amos, Psalms 19.
Bring it over.
Yeah,
Psalms 19 and 1. The heaven declareth the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork.
So that's happening right now, right? The brother satellites is broadcasting. Who is watching right now, and not even us only. There's GMS camp worldwide on every continent, right? And the heaven is declaring, making it known.
And their sit downs, let the brothers sit downs, every day, who's diligent, says, day unto day utter speech, and night unto night showeth.
This is called the internet scriptures, right? So the internet was made for us. Like at one point we thought it was made for Facebook, seeing some girls on it, and Hinge and what's it called, Tinder and all this stuff. The Most I set up for this main specific reason.
Yeah, right.
Which was meant in the last days.
Also, to add to that, and the reason for that, if you think about it, is because back then, the apostles were traveling on their feet, and now we're all the Israelites, according to prophecy, the Israelites are across the four corners of the earth. So Apostle Tahar, I remember him say, Apostle Tahar said that the internet does the heavy lifting when it comes to pushing this truth out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what I learned.
Yeah, now you have brothers all over the world, man.
Yeah.
In Nigeria,
That's right.
in the UK.
And this is a heavy prophecy.
Yeah.
This is a heavy prophecy that we're coming into, that we're in the midst of, famine of the word. That's serious. Once that just means the elect have been sealed. That's it. Now everything's gonna be rolling even faster than it was coming out prior.
So day unto day, order of speech, and night unto night, showeth knowledge.
Yes.
You got a smartphone or a dumb phone, whatever. It's smart, it's not smart. But anyways, if you got a phone and you subscribe to any brother's channel, depends. It's non-stop videos getting uploaded. Always videos uploaded. Day after day, night after night. It doesn't stop. Different languages. You speak Spanish, it's in Spanish. Speak Dutch, it's in Dutch. German, it's in Italian, it's in almost every language. Japanese, every language. All right.
Well, I'm gonna have to. Well, it is a smartphone. It is smart because now, like what you can do when you're on the internet, you can translate any language, just like what you're saying, right? Because that goes back to that prophecy of Acts, the sections you can let the computer do it for you. So it's smart when you know how to use it.
Yeah.
It's these people, they're these peons out here. They use it to watch cute cats and dogs on the internet.
William.
There's a fire right now, and you leave the phone is smart, so he's gonna get burnt up. The person that's smart, but Esau don't want to give praise to Most High's top creation, which is a human being, right? You want to say, well, he makes it smart, and everything he puts to um, make that thing is the most high.
No speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is gone.
Yeah, you threw it out, so we're being fishers of men.
Yeah.
All right. Jeremiah 16:16 is that it is.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the World Wide Net, right? It's a net.
Yeah.
That you actually catch stuff with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Internet.
That's right.
World Wide Web.
And their words to the end of the world.
Now we're the West End men, the uttermost part of the earth.
Yeah.
Right.
Beautiful.
It says, in them have he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is a bridegroom coming out of
Yeah.
his chambers.
So the tabernacle is with men, starting with the apostles and elders on down.
that's right.
Okay.
And
Where-
Yahweh Shai,
Well, starting
Yahweh Shai
tabernacle.
first.
Yeah, the house of David. The house of David.
Yeah.
No, what, brother? That's
Yeah.
hey, that's for you people to remember.
He's the son.
Okay.
He's the real son, Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that starts with him on down, and that's the point. You got Ezekiel? Hold it. Yeah.
So
Bring
we
out
were
the
going to go
ceiling
into
work.
build C-36, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to
I just
think
wanted to
about
bring
that.
about the
That's
point about the ceiling because we have to touch on these topics as
just-
well.
add to that point
No,
you were
add to
making.
that point and then
Con,
move on. Yeah, go ahead,
yeah.
brother.
I was going to add to that point because you said you want to read that one more time, Ashley?
It says, in that have he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is a bridegroom coming out of his chamber.
And I was just gonna say that, like the elder was saying, that's starting with the Hawashai elders on down, talking about the elect. That also means that if we're in the midst of this prophecy, that means it's ready. The tabernacle is ready now.
Yeah.
So we have to take into who's not vaccinated by January 2022. Vaccinated. By January 2022, will be put into a quarantine, the FEMA camp.
Yeah.
So, and if you take it in, that's 7 months from now.
And
Con.
and like a lot of the people who's are getting like their second dose of the jab
Yeah.
or the or the,
In it, there are the resistors.
yeah,
So that shows you we're in the midst of this prophecy right now, man.
yeah,
Precept.
yeah.
Jeremiah 16:17. So like 6 and 17. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet.
Con.
So the trumpet is now being blown.
Mhm.
All right. So this is what we're saying. We're piping unto you. Right. But they said, we will not hearken. I gotta take a job, man. You know what I mean? I want to go to Jamaica. Eat some pineapples and mangoes on the beach. You know what I mean? That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Right. Then I heard it then listening. It's not a bad. Hey, I was at Rich's the barber shop, and a girl was in there, and she said she got 2 of them, and she's good. And they said I'm gonna stop talking. I said, no problem. I
Yeah,
stopped
people
talking.
don't want to hear the truth,
Yeah.
you know, because these people already got the bioweapon in their arm, you know, or in their head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Famine has
Yeah.
arrived.
Yeah.
Spiritually,
That's
literally.
it. That's
So is
it.
it on that? Okay.
So you can't even speak, you know, to like people who know what's going. Rare to have a person, you know, who speaks about what's really going
Yeah, the
on.
truth.
You know, yeah, like
The
you know,
truth.
current events, and
Con.
it's very rare.
True.
A person that's knowledgeable, like what's going on, it's very rare.
Con.
Very rare.
Famine
This is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4.
ceiling.
And it says, and Yahweh said unto him,
Yeah.
go through the midst of the city,
Yeah.
through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Yeah.
That's
So
why
that
you.
no, go ahead. No, you go.
Okay. I was just gonna say, this is why the apostles have been getting into that spirit of not wasting their time on people,
So
getting
wasted.
straight to the point. Because how do you get sealed? By the understanding. There's a precept in Corinthians. If one of the brothers Athens could find it, it said that mixed with faith, they heard the word, and then they were sealed. So truly, you're only able to understand this truth if the Most High gave you that gift of faith, which is ultimately what seals you, right? So that's what that
Yeah,
sealing that
Shalom.
he's talking about.
Yeah, like where
That's the seal.
That's
right
right.
there.
Comes with that name.
Yeah, you would have to know the name.
Yahweh, or Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Right? Comes with that package. They're the ones who.
Because the mark, it means tawa in the Hebrew, which means the mark of exemption. So you're exempt from judgment when you receive it.
So you can really see the type of quality the Most High has these other camps in, who are not rightly dividing the word of truth. Because they're not, you not rightly dividing the word of truth means you don't have that gift of faith.
Yeah,
Right?
right here.
Well, they speak not according to the word because there's no light in them.
Yeah.
And the light is this truth.
That's right.
Right? So they don't tell you what they feel. Right? And making the most into a liar, which is impossible.
Okay, so right here.
I found that scripture you
I
were
guess
looking for.
right by the
Okay, Con, go ahead.
That's Ephesians 1:13. In whom ye also trusted, after that ye heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation, in whom also after that ye believed, ye were sealed with that Holy Spirit of promise.
So as soon as you believed, as soon as you guys heard this and you truly believed, you were sealed. Right? That's why the scriptures say that
All right.
the case of a man that came in and fell out, his latter case is worse than the one in the beginning. Right? Because that he was never sealed. So he came into this, fulfilled prophecy, was an example to Achium such and such, and left worse. Showing this is a serious thing.
It said many is called, but the chosen are few, right?
Fewer chosen. Go ahead, Ak.
Well, it
That was it on
says 7 more demons,
Yeah, those.
right,
That was
into
it.
the man. So basically, when you get this truth and you leave, you're gonna be worse off than when you first came in, because them demons are gonna jump on you, man.
That's right.
That's
Right?
7 demons,
Seven
or like
demons.
7 demons. Yeah.
Complete.
And it also says, make your calling and election sure. When you see a man come into the truth and then they leave, it just shows that they were negligent when they were in the truth to begin with, because they weren't doing the things to maintain that relationship with
That's
Yahweh
right.
Hashem Yahshua.
That's right. That's right.
And that's why you notice they wax worse and worse. Some of them do. Some of them they leave quiet.
That's why the scriptures say that love is an act. You're talking about a relationship. And Yahweh Shai we're the bridegroom. No, he be the bridegroom slap, right?
Yeah.
And he's the bride, we're the bridegroom. And or we're the bride.
It was the other way
So
around. Yeah,
we're the bride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's confusing though.
Yeah, yeah, quick reset.
Yeah. This is 1 John 2:19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us.
Yeah, simple.
But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things, which is what the apostle got 100% truth. It says we, right? I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but he that denieth Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, he is Antichrist, that denieth the Father Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai. Whosoever denieth Yahweh Shai, the same has not the Father Yahweh. He that acknowledges the Son has the Father also.
That's right. Right. There, you just mentioned the seal, brother. That's all pertaining to the seal of the love of the truth. You have more. You have more on Ezekiel, or that's it?
That was it.
Well, go back to Bill C10.
Con.
Read what you got. You got some reading
Yeah, I
there.
got something on
Okay.
that. This is speaking on Bill C.
For concepts.
Okay.
It's first spiritual. We talk about the sealing. I'm going to go into actually the double part of it here, the physical.
That's right.
Go ahead.
So this is 2 Ezra 6 and 22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown place appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Okay, so that's talking about famine of food, right? People having storehouses like like Walmart. These are the modern day storehouses.
Costco,
Costco,
Walmart, yeah.
right?
Right, and that famine is created. Right, the Lord gave the sanction for it to be created. Right, because if you the food, but the Lord's word have to be fulfilled. When He gives Esau and say, "Hey, shut it down. hold back things, that doesn't mean that there's no food. It's here. But anyway,
Yeah,
continue.
these fuckers,
Bring in the prophecy, Esau. That's what you're supposed to do.
God.
Read, brother.
Verse 23. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid.
There you go. Hey, listen, this place should be filled with people,
No, it
Yep.
shouldn't.
right? No. According to the scripture, but there's famine of the
These
truth.
people are dead.
The truth is coming up, but they're dead.
Yeah, they're already
Right?
dead, man. Like because everyone wants to go travel.
Travel.
And
all
yeah,
that stuff.
everybody's zombies.
So they hear not
They're dead.
and close their eyes for the see not, because they might want to convert. So God,
There you
no,
go.
let them die.
Yeah, they're all dead already.
There you go.
That's right.
That's it. Straight. Good.
Verse 24.
Yeah.
At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies,
Mm.
and the earth shall stand in fear.
Not only friends, man. There's a thing going on with a father and son busting shots after each other. You guys, you saw that? Bam! Bam! Yeah, like a shootout. Father and son
Yeah.
shootout, man.
And I've seen that. Yeah. Against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours.
So there's a drought,
That's right.
Yeah.
right? So that's also going in a famine again. And also the spiritual sense, the famine of the word, because the word is living water,
right.
is the word.
Yeah, it's always about the word,
Done.
but it's just showing you. Hey, but this.
Exactly the point. It's
Yeah.
not at the climax yet.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is just the beginning.
Yeah.
This is nothing, man.
Right.
Like when you don't have no food in your fridge, no water.
Yeah.
And Jake thinks in a good case. Jake
Yeah.
can go right now and get a two-piece and a soda,
Yeah.
for $5.29.
Yeah.
Jake thinks everything is crisp.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
You guys talk about,
You
man.
have certain states though in the United States they're going through this right
Oh,
now.
absolutely.
They're going
Texas.
through replenish anytime soon. So that's going to act on other things like you use, like AC. That's gonna blow up the power grid. It's gonna cause more problems.
If you look at
Yeah.
Flint, Michigan, right? Like these people are complaining about their water being like tampered with, for
Tampered
many
with,
years. Yellow,
Lead
tainted.
Yeah, there's all types of stuff going on. there.
Yeah.
It's like thick piss.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's like thick.
Things are
Yeah.
many.
Many things are not being reported. I was watching real quick in regards to that. Hey, a lot of islands, the most size flooded.
Didn't
It's
know
all. It's yeah. It blew my mind. I was watching all those islands out there in Tahiti. They're being flooded out. So in other words, the water is coming in on them. Right. The people don't have food. You should see how they live. Right. And that's Four Corners. Right. We read it earlier. Right.
Different.
Verse 6 and 24. It says, "The springs of the fountain shall stand still,
Mhm.
and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world."
Yeah, the Lord is talking to the elect right there at the end. He's going to bring you through. Zechariah 13 and 8, right? The two parts he's going to hold back, right? They're going to be cut off and die.
Yeah.
1/3 is going to go through. The Lord
Right.
says that. Go ahead.
I have a quick precept,
No,
just
bring
quick. Says Isaiah 33 and 6.
Hey, Slacky, if you guys have pieces that comes to your mind, bring them out.
Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Wow.
So it's like wisdom and knowledge,
That goes back
That's
to
it.
the
Fear and the fear of the Lord, right? Is his
Yeah.
treasure. That's
There
it.
it is. There it is,
That's
brother.
it.
That's actually the seal.
Yeah.
the fear of the Lord. We
Yeah.
fear the Lord,
Yeah.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Yeah.
It's not just a lip service. Go ahead, brother.
So going back to 2 Ezra 6 and now 25. No, 26. It says, and then who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. Right? Because in this time, be bugged out times 10, times 100, when this really, most high starts getting this the full effect, you know?
And it's going to be the opposite for us, because right now, a lot of people, they look at us, they think we're on edge.
Yeah.
They think we're crazy. But that's the guy you want in times of trouble.
That's
You want the
it.
guy that's on
True.
edge right now, because we're going to have that stability in those times, that strength, and that fear of Yahweh Bashem Yeshua. We're going to be protected.
Yeah.
So these people, when times of trouble come, they're screwed.
Yeah.
They got
What they put in treasure is valuable. So they have their storehouse all stocked up. Say, I'm good. You know, I got my tuna and I got enough things of water. You know, my frozen meats. So that's what they're saying is their treasure. But the Bible says wisdom and knowledge of the stability.
Yeah.
That's what keeps you stable, knowing what's happening, knowing not to get bugged out. All right.
This is our it's our real wealth, right? The
Yeah.
Lord's real wealth. Our,
Fine.
you know?
I got something real quick just
No,
to read
bring it
this. It says, order out of chaos, period. The plan was to make people so desperate they would go and get injected with something they know absolutely nothing about. That's straight to the point. Now, you want to bring up
Yeah.
Proverbs?
This is a Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22.
Yeah.
It's scorning and the fools hate knowledge.
That's right. So when we talk about this M or the jab, all right, this bioweapon, you know, people don't like hearing it, like the brothers have been talking about, right? But it's because they want to live in their ignorance, right? The truth shatters their reality. They don't like that. That's why Esau is trying to do away with, you know, the men of the Lord,
Yeah, the scriptures,
the
the
scriptures.
Bible.
That's why I found in the Word, right? And I'm pretty sure you brothers experience that in your own personal life, telling the truth to family members, right? They want to be ignorant. Yes,
Let them be ignorant.
That's
No,
it.
but
That's it.
Let them be ignorant.
That's it.
Simplicity, it just means like a state of ignorance.
Yeah.
Right? Which ignorance just means to not know. Like people just don't want to know. Like, because there's a saying in the world, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Right? So people just like being in their ignorance because it's easy to be ignorant in that way. So they don't have to deal with problems.
Yeah.
But it's not bliss. All right. So remember, this man is on the left hand side. Everything he says is always the opposite.
It's true.
All right. Precept Isaiah 30 and 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. And one of the laws is not to putting a mark on your skin, or I think pierce into you, man.
Yeah.
And then etch into you. I think Leviticus.
Yeah,
Right. Verse 10, which say to the seers, and we are the seers, and we're the prophets of the Most High, right? See not unto the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
That's right.
Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. So they want us to lie to them.
Yeah.
They're saying, you know, are you gonna take the jab? Right? And we say, no. They don't want to hear that. They want to say, yeah, I want to take it because I want to travel, I want to work, my kids want to go to school.
Yeah.
I mean, want to kind of go back to how it was. I mean, it's all good, it's all gravy.
Yeah.
Right? Verse 11, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. So stop talking about this stuff, man. This Israelite stuff, man. And how you know your name is Yahweh? Yahweh. So how do you know Jesus is good for me because I said those names and it worked, right? Because they tell you that. You say I call the name Jesus and I was saved, right? Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. So it's using your imagination. As imagine there's water in a ceiling, and you're eating your food, and you don't know nothing about plumbing, and you're sweating up there, and you're talking about whatever. You go poof. How scared you be? That's pure water in your house. You know what I mean? So right? Everybody's just walking, having a good time, riding the bikes. I mean, with a good stroll, smell the roses, not knowing what's coming. You know what? You know?
Hey, that's exactly what happened to those people in the Solomon Islands.
Gone.
Literally,
Gone.
they make these big when the tide come and wash them out.
That's the most high. See what happened in Florida? You know, that building collapsed.
Yeah, judgment.
You know, there's people just chilling, man, in the village. But why everybody won't work? 3 out of 3. You know, you got 3 masking, bro. 3.
Demolition.
Bring it out.
Serious.
I'll be going to that too because that's some judgment.
Yeah.
You know?
Demolition.
But also,
Man.
you mentioned they trust in oppression too, because Jake can't see past what this devil says. This Jake, he's been so, you guys, you tribes, you people on the sign, you've been beaten down so low, you think that this guy, he's your true leader. When there's something greater to come, which is Yahushai. You know, you can't see past this devil ruling. You think you're going to be at the bottom forever. You have to sell out your whole life and receive second place, which is a consolation of this world. That's all you want here.
This is like fucking
Kai Green.
you know, what's his name? Kevin Hart and all these different damn guys, man. Put
Kevin
on
Hart too?
dresses. All of them guys.
And he said he wouldn't. He said that's
Nick
one thing he won't
Cannon.
do.
Yeah.
And they see him doing it.
Nick Cannon.
Right.
But they all come out bold in the beginning of their career.
Yeah, but they
Martin Lawrence.
Kai Green.
Eddie
Another guy
Murphy.
saw this week. I posted it. A big tick,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Universal
I saw that
Olympia, right? In higher shoot.
I couldn't even
tight
look
dress.
at that. I'm like, that's
And wig.
disgusting.
Right?
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Bro, and he was enjoying himself.
Gone.
That's the fuck
Big,
Yeah.
like big muscle fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lip syncing the song.
Yeah.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
Jake's 2/3
Need to go. Man.
Double embarrassment.
Our people, right?
Of course.
With the alphabet people, right?
gone. You got precept?
Okay, so I reprove. Behold, I'll pour out my spirit unto you. Right? That's right. Yeah, because that's someone telling you. The Lord Himself isn't going to come down here and tell you it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, no, I'm saying this is an amazing gift. Right? The Lord's waking you up. There's other things you're supposed to be doing, right? We're doing this word. And I mean, and a lot of times, like you watch videos and say, "Oh man, I didn't know that," right? So no one can say they know everything. And you know, I got it. I know everything because every day this truth just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper, right? So this is a great gift, man.
Right.
okay, and it says, verse 24. Because I have called
Where are
and
you?
ye
Hold on.
refused, I have stretched out my
Hold on.
hand, and no man regarded, but ye have set at not all my counsel, and would not have my reproof. I also will laugh at your.
The most thing I sense of humor. Like if you think on a we can laugh, we do. Most can do it.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
times more. Ultimate Jake, man.
Yeah, he's
You know what I mean?
ultimate Jake.
Prankster.
turn left.
You know what I mean? You're seeing those memes where a tire is rolling
Okay,
on the
so yeah.
highway
Yeah,
as Jones trying to
the
take a whole car out, right? Come on, set it up, man.
But the thing is, like, why wouldn't you laugh though? You know, why wouldn't you? Because time warning these people to go on the right path, and they chose to scoff at you.
Yeah.
So when judgment comes in, it's funny. What are you gonna do?
Pride go for destruction.
Okay.
And you're proud.
And
Yeah.
it also says that he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh.
Done.
Yeah.
Which is Yahweh Shem Yahshai.
And
Yeah.
it says, verse 26, I will also laugh at your calamity.
Okay,
I'll mock
sure.
when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh
All right.
as desolation, and your destruction
All right,
cometh
cool.
as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
So then this ties into Bill C10, right?
Yep.
It ties in, that's through spirit, and it also ties into famine of the word. So you see it's coming out, because we're getting closer to that time, man. We're in it. You know, we're in it. What?
Verse 29, it says, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh, They would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices.
And you know, add into the laughing point too, because you see the reason why Jake is so confident in rejecting the truth is
What do
because
you
they're
call it,
living
like,
comfortably.
How do you put on your
That's why.
location on the
Once
WhatsApp?
this society
Whatever. So like
crumbles
show
for
the
good, and Jake's not living
location.
comfortably anymore, they're
Oh,
gonna look for this one.
yeah.
So talk about pulling the rug right up under you, when really it's not true. Because we've been out here, like you're saying, you haven't had any proof, going against what they're saying, teaching the opposite thing. So technically, when it says suddenly desolation should come upon them, it's only suddenly to them because they were rejecting the truth.
Well, so there's no new thing under the sun. And Noah was prophesying for over 120 years or
Exactly.
140 years. Like calling the people saying, listen, it's going to rain. Right? And they were laughing.
Yeah.
Until the Most High closed the door.
That's right.
Right?
That was it.
Calling, Noah, let me in. And
It's too late.
It didn't know the business open the door. The Lord closed the door.
It's going to be sudden,
Gone.
just like was prophesied. Sudden. This is all sudden, right? Peace and safety and then sudden
Yeah.
destruction.
Right.
Well, it feels sudden because we've been out here.
Yeah.
We've been teaching it.
Right. Well, the brother was talking earlier on about how the pandemic really came. Right?
True. But I got something here for devices because it says and be filled with their own devices. So this is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. See, the men of the Lord, we're not ignorant of the devices of this world, which is the traps, the trickery, the snares that are out here to entrap us. But you people are. So you're gonna be trapped. And the scripture says the heathen have created a pit for themselves in Psalms chapter, I believe, 15 and or 9 and 15.
Yeah.
Right. So you people are gonna be trapped in your own pit that you've made, your own devices, man. You people that trust in this world, who love this world and put it before Yahweh Shem Shai, you're gonna be trapped in that because the scriptures say the fashion of this world passeth away. Right.
Yeah, this is their device. This is part of their device. It's
mark.
biblical. It's biblical.
MOD.
It's biblical. We're telling you about it, right? But you slide it, right? I'm not gonna go ahead, man.
This is Matthew 24 and 37. But as the days of Noah were,
Is that
so shall also man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered in the ark.
yeah, Shalom?
Hey,
Like,
man,
do you
what's
see
beautiful
us or
about
not?
that is we're in the process of that right now. The way this free, so things
Yeah,
are
just
slowly
go
going back to
left,
that time where they're going to be marrying
right,
and
and
drinking.
It's
and
like
sudden
5
destruction
minutes
is gonna
right
be
there,
called.
right? And then you just come on. the
Verse
path,
39.
like
And
you're
knew
going
not
south.
until the flood came. So they said they knew not.
Yeah,
so,
just
so,
turn
so we're
left
telling you about the nuclear,
right there, and then you will see us.
like,
Like,
endless videos,
like, you will see
right?
the
So when the rain comes, they didn't know the rain comes. Someone say, "What are you talking about? Keep walking, man."
Yeah,
But
just
when the
turn- yeah,
missiles
just
and when the rain comes, I
See,
said,
like, where
"Hey,
we
man,
were
that's
last
when they
week.
know we're telling the truth. That's when
Just-
it's gonna sound the
just
alarm
go
when
on the
we're too
other
late,
path, like we
right?
did.
And took them all away. So
Where
shall
we were
also the
standing.
coming of the Son of Man be.
Yeah, just
The same thing happen again, man. You get caught unawares.
And it's going to be worse this time, man, because in Noah's time, they didn't have the internet.
Yeah.
You have no
Couple
excuse.
minutes.
It's all over the place. TV,
Just keep
wherever you look,
going
it's
left,
out there. This is
and
what's
then you
happening.
will see us.
Right? That was it on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
On your phone?
You said one. No verse. For the turning away them.
That's right.
But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
That's right. That's right. And that's what we're doing, man. That's hearkening onto the Most High is being diligent, like the brother said. You have men who come into this truth and fall out. It's truly because they were negligent. That goes back to my other point about love, because this is a relationship. When you stop doing the things that you're supposed to do in a relationship, it falls. So love is an action.
It is.
I don't
It's
think so.
action. Con, go ahead.
It's Ecclesiasticus 27:3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown.
Keep feeding your spirit.
You have to breathe it.
Yeah.
Well,
Live
listen,
it.
it's heathen because the house go back out to the nation, and the other nations don't fear the Lord.
Yeah.
Right? So their whole house, their whole nation will be overthrown, man.
Yeah.
That's why they're riding by here looking. That's back here all here.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Against their kingdom. This is all of them. Jeremiah 20 and 28. 20 and 8 is the prophets before me.
Con, you want to bring it up?
Yeah, bring it up.
Okay,
Yeah.
the word there was diligent.
Con.
Right? That's
Mhm.
what they slight. It's a gift of Yehovah Shem Shai. Right? The word diligent. Go ahead.
So Jeremiah, what is it, 33?
28. 28 and
28 and 8.
8, yeah.
Okay, fine. Jeremiah 28 and 8. And it says,
He couldn't see it. Yeah? Well, now you can see it. Yeah. No, tell him to turn back.
Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? Where's that? Probably can't.
Yeah, I can't see it.
I'll tell you, Jeremiah 28 and 8. And it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied, both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
So this is nothing new in the sun. We're telling about the war, right? But Bruin says was a new citizens of America, right? And now the European nation, who is Rome, right? They want to take the power back from over here, war, right, between the east and the west, right? And what do you say?
Slacker. And it says, the prophets that have prophesied before me prophesied against many kingdoms.
Many kingdoms. So we speak about China, we speak about Korea, we speak about Japan, we speak about America, we speak about NATO.
Like on the ancient kingdoms,
Done.
Rome,
Done.
Babylon,
Done.
Persia,
Everything.
everything, right? You know that we prophesied against all those kingdoms, in our past lives. The prophets, and we're doing the same thing all over again.
One thing though that actually ties into Bill C-36,
Con.
because right now they're saying that they're trying to charge you for speaking hate speech. They're going to charge you $20,000. Right? They're going to charge you that. So they're trying to get the prophets and truthers off the internet. But the thing that makes that bill very unique is that they'll charge you for things that you said in the past before the bill was even created. And it's every single word that you say that is considered hate speech, you'll get billed $20,000. So it's pretty crazy, right? It's freaking crazy. So,
Well,
I was going to say, if you thought you had good credit now, it's finished.
Yeah.
Your credit's finished.
you're also subject to arrest, which is you have to wear an ankle on your bracelet. You're subject to all kinds of different like forms of punishment.
well,
Yeah,
we're gonna
serious.
see what the Bible says about hate, and we're gonna look into that word hate. Right? I need you to get that word hate, brother.
Right.
We're gonna go into it, and we're gonna get the so-called hate scriptures.
Okay.
Right? Because it's very, very important. But go ahead.
Yeah,
Like,
because
We're
the
under
scripture says-
persecution.
So look at all the things you said throughout all the years. Like even like Elder Apostle Tahar. So all
40.
those charges are going to be racked up against the men of the Lord, man. So think about that.
Yeah, but it's the same thing what they did with Yeah, it's a lot of things to the two,
Yeah.
the fall of on the Spanish Inquisition. It's the same thing all over again. Double. The Greece. With the damn Greeks. On that when we're like when we're being Hellenized.
Con, I have a quick
You know?
article to bring up.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. This is it says World War III is coming, and we in the U.S. are to blame. So it says just this week,
That's
a
interesting.
Russian official at the United Nations told the world Russia is preparing for war. Days later, Chinese president, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Zing,
Xi
zing, ping.
Jinping.
Zing, zing, ping.
Drop a coin down the well, you get it. All right. So, and then it says, told his military, prepare for war over the South China Sea. It says, while two of the world's three superpowers are openly telling the world they are preparing for war. With whom? Us, America. Now, precept.
Well, it's all prophecy, you know. We
That's
have I have Ezekiel like 38.
You can bring it up.
Yeah, Ezekiel 38 and 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him.
Right,
Do
talking
you have
about
a map?
Russia. You got the map on there?
Yeah. If you look on the phone.
That's not gonna be- Continue, because
Yeah.
Come on, read that again.
Yeah.
That's Gog and Magog. That's
Russia. Yeah. Read that again.
It says, and the Ezekiel 38 and 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him.
Right. It's talking about Russia. Many
If you
brothers
put
and
it on your phone.
have brought out, how World War III is going to happen through Russia fighting with America. Because truly, Russia is going to be shooting missiles to America, which is going to cause that missile fight. And they got allies of each nation, right, being played in. I think that's Revelation 17 or 18. Right? But it says that. Actually, let me go to that real quick.
what you were saying?
Revelation 17. I think it said cut off their
Oh, the kings of the earth.
yeah, they're
Oh,
cut off.
fornication.
Yeah, that's cut off fornication, but they've cut it off because of the destruction of America. Because all these other nations, they think they're up next. China thinks is up next. Russia thinks they're up next. America thinks they're gonna survive, but they don't know how Shai is taking the crowns off all their heads by force, right?
Yeah.
In the meantime, when you look back, I got a free track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says you want Ezekiel?
Yeah, continue, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
So is this a hate speech? Is this a hate speech? Or is this prophecy?
Prophecy.
Right?
Both.
All right, so we're going to look into the word. Huh?
It says well, there's a bit of woes and a lamentation in Ezekiel. There's lamentation
Okay.
and woe.
Ezekiel
Right.
38, and then the USSR, right? Like that was, that was their stronghold, right? But now, now they're under like the Russian Federation now, right?
Yeah, because under
Yeah.
the USSR, they had control over all the other Baltic states,
Yeah.
like Estonia, Lithuania,
Yeah.
all those countries. They lost their strength because of that. They haven't forgot that.
Yeah.
So they're pissed off. Putin's pissed, and he made a statement a couple weeks ago saying,
Pissed.
this is the problem. He said, when I was a citizen back in the old many things, thinking that we're strong. And he's like, that's where the United States is headed right now. So they remember, man. They know, and they're pissed, and they're ready to take down the United States.
Yeah.
It's like Rome and Rome again. Rome fell because they spread the army is too thin, right? So they started too much fire they can't put out, right?
It says, I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. I will bring thee forth, and all thine armies, horses and horsemen, and all and all of them with all sorts of armor.
So you hear the Moses said, I put Putin in their jaws. There's an article going around says Putin and Biden are friends, right? So as much as they want to squash everything and think, oh, yeah, let's talk this out, most of them put hooks in your jaw, say like this way you gotta go. It's gonna be a fight and be a war.
Yeah,
There's no friendship thing.
Because really, before this even happened, Biden all trying to friend him.
Con.
He already made fun of it at the beginning of the year. He's like, why is this guy wearing a mask
Con.
when we're
Zoom.
on Zoom? He's cussing him out in you know
Russian
in his language. Cussing him out. Surprised he didn't say Suzuka,
Con.
which means bitch.
That's right. Want to bring up that?
and it says
Oh, you got more than
with them, and all, and it says all
Yeah,
of them.
those are their allies,
Right, the meat.
right?
So-called meat.
Well, the Medes is Persia,
Yep.
right? Name before
No, the Pakistan.
the in
No,
Daniel
that's the Indian.
in the second chapter.
Yes, Ishmael. That was it on that?
Yeah,
Okay.
This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the fray, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
That's right. So that's what's brewing up right now. Nuclear missile war. I got a precept of that. This is the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of the earth.
And it says like as. It didn't say there were people, right? So a lot of Negroes don't know how to read. So when they read it, they say, oh, this the thing is it's actually people running. It says like as, because it's not people. So this is a new ICB mission.
That's right. Like as of great people, yeah, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh of hosts, that's prophecy. Most times mustering the host, which is the nations for battle.
A quick precept. This is Revelation chapter 8 and
mountain
13.
of troops.
And I beheld, and I heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, woe, woe, woe
War, war, war.
to the inhabitants of the
Joel.
earth by
Joel
reasons of the
3.
other voices of the trumpet
Joel 2.
of the three angels which are yet to sound. So you're soon going to hear this World War III being announced, man.
More and more.
Quick precept again.
Well, we're already announcing, right?
What we're doing it? Yeah, Khan.
Yeah,
Right?
That we've been prophesying. Yeah,
Yeah.
the apostles.
we're doing it since the you know, going back to the 70s, 80s, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Quick
Been
precept
on
In
again.
black.
the 60s till now.
It's Revelation chapter 12 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
That's right.
So
Right.
it's talking about World War. Well, you know, but yeah, corporations that there are now, and the other countries before the UN is all established. They're all together, but now they have beef, right? With the supply chain and everything, you know, and it's the Most High's pushing them to war.
That's right. Yeah. You also had the Second World War. That was atomic warfare. Third World War is going to be nuclear. So like the wars, this one's going to be far more catastrophic than all the other world wars that we had.
I got Revelation. Revelation 9, like Revelation 9 and 12.
Oh.
One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
Right.
Right.
So the world wars, they've two of them already passed. And we're already in World War III since 2008. Since 2008, this has been brewing up slowly but surely. It's been hacked.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah,
use
yeah,
all its,
yeah.
exposing gutter rats.
He's a cousin.
The gutter rats of the world that occupy our home world,
Appearance and
our
mixture.
homeland.
One is a
All right,
cousin,
our
one is a-
our forefathers' homeland that was given us an inheritance. Continue.
It says, and the sixth angel sounded and heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before the Most High, saying to the sixth angel which have the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates.
Yeah, that's the precept the brother just mentioned there. We're in that time between the sixth and the seventh seal and the sixth trumpet
Yeah.
as well. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. And the four angels were loosed which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men.
Wow, that's coming.
Part of man.
The third
So
planet, the Edomites, man.
The wicked.
yeah. So they talk about this inoculation. Oh, size handiwork. A certain amount of people, right? With your bullshit. This is what's gonna finish the job. It's gonna wipe out the third part of man, right?
That's right.
Wicked. It says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them,
So 200 million missiles, man.
and thus
So
I-
Moses is so sick with it that everything he did 100 million missiles look like. I mean, he gets the two missiles and he's like, oh, I can see that. But 200 million missiles, that's what they call the lake of fire. Because what's going to cause that much magnitude of fire, man? 200 million missiles.
So,
Thus said the Lord.
I want to know how could that be hate speech? It's from the Bible.
it's all
Is it-
prophesied.
That's
right?
why
Is it my truth?
And the angel, and like the
That's
brothers, like
That's
the
why it is hate
apostles, like the apostles was prophesying about this for almost 40 years, right? The apostles, man. And like Elder Aria, like Abba. It says, and thus I saw the horse. Sorry, and thus I saw the horse in the vision, and then that sat on them having were as heads of lions.
Now, you guys know what the horse is talking about?
no, read it again.
And thus I
We've been
saw.
talking.
I
You
could
got
start
it.
from 16. And the number of the
Another brother could grab the one from Job. Just when it just gets into about the bow.
I think 18, Job 18. I think.
Oh, you have it right now?
No, I don't have that. I have
Oh,
the one. Yeah.
It said, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them, and thus
This is very important,
Yeah.
especially for young brothers.
yeah,
Keep going.
and thus I saw the horse. Sorry, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and jacinth and brimstone.
Okay, so hold that now. You got the
This is Job
Explain it.
18 and 15. It shall dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation.
Mhm.
His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above all his branch be cut off. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the streets. He shall be driven from light into darkness, and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people.
And this is what the job that's going to get it done. those thermonuclear missiles.
So that's what that precept that he was reading about. He explains that as horses. What does horses represent? Power, right? So that's why he explained it that way. So it's actually talking about the missiles when you read it.
And the reason why it represents his power because when America had the atomic bomb, nobody wanted to fuck with them after what they did to Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Right.
Nor any remaining in his dwellings. They that come after him shall be astonished and at his day, as they went before were affrighted. Right. So it's a bit like a fairy tale, man.
Yeah.
You see, like right now, it's a fairy tale to people that we're the Israelites because we're not known in the streets, right? But in the kingdom, right, you're gonna say, well, it's an Edomite. It'd be a scary kid. Edomite, that kid's gonna run, right? Because it'll be like a folk tale, man, right?
Yeah.
It'll tell them like, listen, these people are exist, and they're speaking with God.
I must say,
You know,
right, the kingdom is here, right? And we still rehearse what the brother just said. But imagine when the reality, when the Lord make that reality, right? They're still afraid of us. They still do all of those things, right? Because the Lord put that spirit on them, right? The kingdom is within you. You know that.
you hate roaches, you hate
Just trying to
insects.
make that clear.
All those things will be in the kingdom, except right? A roach will be more important to him.
It's true, man. And you know what? They're not going to look white.
No.
You know, because that's a curse. Going back to Cain, Leviticus tells you about leprosy. The Most High plagued Miriam with that. So what their color of skin is a leprous. It's a curse for them to be marked. So we know that they're the wicked.
Yeah. It's just going back at the Kazak's point. He said that, how you mentioned, so this is verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
I remember one of them like, how did you, with all that knowledge, sir, end up in the ground? Because it was prophesied back in Genesis. On your belly you shall crawl, and dust shall you eat. So you should be always like a confused state. So if you're confused state, right? Up is down, down is up. See, brother?
And that heaven represents rulership, because they're ruling over this earth. Job is up, if not Wizzy. So it says, O Lucifer, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground? And the reason why you're cut down to the ground is because you're the serpent. And what does a serpent do? An actual serpent, he crawls on his belly. He loves confusion. So you're that serpent, man.
He's the crooked serpent. I think Isaiah 27. He's the crooked serpent.
Like you see, coming to confusion right now. This man coming down on whatever bicycle has a pride flag and a Canadian flag, right? So he's exalting this kingdom. So the Most High is like get rid of all this madness, man. Be no pride flag flying around.
There you go, right there, brother.
Yeah, you know, his life's belonging in that, but he's proud of something.
Yeah. Because he'll tell you in his society that he's upright, but that's not his role. Remember, back in Romans 9:21, he is the vessel of dishonor. He was never created to be upright, but in this society, he tells you otherwise. So this is why he's going to be brought down and humiliated by Yahweh Shai, man.
Well, we're newscasters. We're newscasters. But the newscasters on TV have what? Nice, put together nice suits, sit nice, talk nice, with nice words. We don't have those kind. We're not those kind of orators. I mean, we just say it as it is, right? So we're like
according to the scripture.
So set us up like to throw the world off, right? No one listen to us, right?
And it says, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? There you go. That was it.
I got something to bring up.
Right, he did weaken the nation. Look what he did to Gad. He put them in boarding schools. Like, this is disgusting, man.
Slaughtered them.
All right.
Like
I've been watching
thousands
Yeah, and it's just coming out.
across Canada alone.
Like, it's even worse. There's stuff that they don't even tell you about, like during the gold rush over in California. They were slaughtering. U.S. Army actually gave these Edomites who didn't own, who were just working to get gold. They gave them guns. So if they came across,
Scalps.
so this land is totally bloody from all the way from one end to the next, man. You know,
Four all the way up.
Even right here,
Canada is worse. Look at
on what do you call it? Like Lundy's Lane in Niagara.
Yeah.
There's a lot of history of
Yeah.
the wars.
yeah, the war 1812 up in there that
Yeah.
happened, all of that, and even before that, because when Esau came here, he was you know, right?
That's right. Yeah. Real quick, just to let you people know, right? It's coming out more with these shallow graves. But I want to say this real quick. Hey, when was the last time we found, or sorry, they found a grave site with so-called Edomites in it? Hundreds of them.
Not yet.
We don't. Like, we haven't
Right.
found none.
Right. The point is, right? The point that I'm simply making is this, right? We're reading the scriptures here that has to do with this man's destruction, right? But he deems it as hate speech. But the Lord says otherwise. But I just want to make that quick point. Right?
Well, the thing is, I find that very, very I'm sorry, brother, but I find that very, it's deceptive. It's like telling the Lord that He can't say what He wants, because it says in Scripture, "Though I be rude in speech, I don't lack knowledge." Now, the Lord is you're blaming the Lord for hate speech now? Are you telling what the Lord what He can and can't say?
What they did to the Lord, the Romans, wasn't that hate speech, man? The Lord's Yahweh's only begotten Son, right?
Well, look like a black. That's hate speech.
Like, isn't the Bible
You know what
like
I
the
mean?
Constitution of the land?
Black
know,
people,
the
that's hate
Bible.
speech.
Isn't
Wicked,
it? Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah. But these people want to get rid of the Bible. Like out of the scripture. Like out of the court system.
Perfectly set up,
Yeah.
right? Perfectly set up for Esau to get judged.
Wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Yo, so this is the
There you
whole
go.
world.
There you go.
This is the whole world.
Bloody.
This land is the whole world. And on top of that, the apple of his eyes are across blood. Has been shed are the Israelites. So that's the type of judgment that's coming upon Esau in the kingdom is heavy.
They slaughter them in it's called the
One took every 35.
no, hold on, no, I had this. It says defile not therein the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell, for I, the Lord, dwell among the children of Israel.
Exactly. So that's the people, that's the blood that's shed.
Yeah.
He's all about defilement, right? Whether you want to accept. Hey, the scripture says that he's all about defilement.
Like all the Incas are right there in South America, these people stole all that gold,
Yeah,
from them.
because each tribe of the nation of Israel, all right, sons of Jacob, all had accounts. There's till this day there's accounts of Esau coming in either late at night and pillaging, plundering are the inhabitants of Jacob, man.
Yeah.
From the old world, the ancient world, when we were in to over here in the Americas, especially Issachar, man. Right down in Texas.
Yeah, we have to get that.
How did he get Texas? A lot of Issacharites actually dwelt in the land of Texas, which was really New Mexico. That's why they killed them off, man. Why do you think that the land has oil on it? When they found out there was oil on it, it just killed them. Yeah, California.
Even right here in Canada.
Mainly in Canada, I mean California, because Colombia, what's it called there? Yellowknife.
Yeah.
That whole thing. If you look at a map, that whole the river and stuff go all. That was a gold. That's they have old mines over there.
And for a long time, man. Hundreds of years. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is the Habakkuk to blood and establish a city by iniquity.
That's right. So that scripture goes hand in hand from what you read in Numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, let's kill the natives, give them virus, biological warfare, give them some blankets with our the dirty ass viruses we came off of the ships with, all right? Put it on their backs and poison their water and kill them and take the city. And then when we kill them, let's crush their bones and build that on our foundation.
Yeah,
Wicked,
shallow, all those shallow
Yeah.
graves, right? Which is coming out now. But I want to ask a question. Is that word that Esau is the word I'm looking for there with Esau coming against the Israelites, the Gadites, the tribes? Is that's the question I want to ask? Is that the word dislike, or is it the word
Hate.
Yeah,
It's true. That's what it is.
It's like
Okay, that's
Esau's
all I
the
wanna
real
say.
hateful one, you know? Esau wants to call everybody's terrorists and haters or you know, like with the hate.
Yeah,
speech.
like and they just bombed them Ishmael over in their own land, and then they have at the bus shelters Jews. What? But you just bombed children and kids. Like,
Yeah.
The Egyptian.
Yeah.
The,
actually dislike them.
hey, I'm gonna bring it up right now.
Bring it up, brother. Hey, you
Real
got
quick.
the word? Hold that word, okay?
Yep.
It
Yeah.
says, they left black. The war of Israel says when he was asked about peace.
oh,
in the Middle
quote
East.
his name.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, it,
Oh,
it starts with
It's
an
gonna
N,
give it.
right?
It's
So
gonna
that's
give it.
Bring it
Yeah.
out.
It's gonna give it. It's gonna give it. In the Middle East, the late president of Egypt, Gamal Abdel Nasser,
No, sorry.
stated the Jews will never be able to live here in peace because
Mhm.
they left here black but came back white.
Yeah.
So
Imposters.
Yeah, he said it's not them.
So even back then, he knew the contract that you're not supposed to remove the landmarks,
Yeah.
which is the people who were dwelling there, right?
that's right. I got a couple precepts.
But even that statement, what I quote, that's still a half truth.
Yeah.
He may be telling you the truth, but he's actually calling us the wrong thing. We're not
Yeah.
black.
Yeah.
You know, he should have said the real Hebrew Israelite.
He said that it was under the UN anyways.
Yeah.
And they want to call everybody all these different names.
Because
you know,
he Sudanese people supposed to be dwelling there.
Yeah, Mizraim.
the
Yeah.
real tall Hamites,
Yeah.
taller than us.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I got a
tall.
quick precept to that. This is Jeremiah 14 and 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. The word black in the Hebrew means dark skin.
Kadar.
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 That's right. Go back. So that was it on that. Anyways.
I have Psalms 55 and no, Psalm 55 verse 12. No, Psalm 55 verse 20. He hath put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant.
So the Indian Act and all of those treaties. He's broken every single last one of them. All of those treaties, man. Oh, Indian peace treaty and all this. He goes against what he actually says, man. Man don't keep it his word.
Huh? Get more on that?
Said his words in his mouth were smoother than butter. So that's what he.
Were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Right.
His words were softer than oil,
That's right.
yet were they drawn swords. So Esau is really smooth, man.
Because when with those treaties, he put our people on modern day concentration camps, which was reserves, reservations, the worst of the land, where you can't grow anything.
Yeah.
Or if you come off the land, oh, you're not considered an Indian, and all this shit.
Yeah, if you look what's going on in like the Six Nations right here.
Yeah.
In the GTA.
Out west.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And out west, yeah.
Which is out west, close to Brantford, which is how which was where they dwell right now. That's what they were given after the war, 1812, and then that land has been closing in, and people come in building on the land.
Okay. It says yeah, it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah, hey, this is his character. Hey, this is who Esau is. Okay, and it cannot be changed.
Yeah.
The Lord made him this way. Right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
That's it.
I got something to bring up real quick. This is article coming out. It says Biden's nuclear talks. Okay, it says President-elect Abraham Razi on Monday.
It's not good. No, the
President-elect Abraham
People need to keep their dog on a leash.
on Monday.
There's a
That
dog
talks-
part where they can go, but people they don't. These people are idiots.
It's that the dogs are in heat. It's that
Well,
season.
that's why you're not supposed to have pets with these animals, right?
Yeah.
They're animals.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be domesticating them in the house and then chopping their balls off and cutting their nails. And then when they get out, they can't survive for themselves in their natural habitat.
Yeah.
That's Esau.
And then
Fine.
chipped. They're chipped.
Fine. And they're chipped on top of that. Come on. So going back to this, President-elect Abraham Razi on Monday backed talks between Iran and 6 world powers to revive a 2015 nuclear deal, but flatly rejected meetings. Washington removes all sanctions. So you know these guys are pissed. It says in his first new conference since he was elected on Friday, the hardline critic said his foreign policy priority would be improving ties with Iran's Gulf Arab neighbors while calling on Iran's regional rival Saudi Arabia to immediately calling on them immediately. Asked if he would meet U.S. President Joe Biden if those sanctions were lifted, Razi answered no. Israel warns Iran's elect a sign of world. Couple precepts backing that up.
Sloppy Joe is he's
Sloppy Joe. He's pissing everybody off, man.
yeah, and he's like an idiot. Like I thought the other president, Trump. I thought Trump was good, but he's like
He makes him.
Wow.
He takes the cake because
Yeah.
every president is always worse, man.
That's right.
Because when Bush was in, that was just a damn joke. Like
A drunk.
every
Told me
day it was a
once.
damn joke. When he got them
Yeah.
them shoes thrown at him, got them shoes thrown at him, man. I shall cast out my shoe that I eat them.
That's right.
Most I brought that the scripture to life.
God, God, that's so funny. I got a piece at the back of the
And
article.
then a
This is-
crack. And the president.
This is Revelation upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared for what? World war.
That's right.
So the Most High is orchestrating this between Iran and America,
Mhm.
Russia, and China. It's all being stirred up in the midst of us.
Yeah.
Now,
Over there in the Middle East, the river Euphrates stretches out to Turkey, which is Constantinople. Used to be Constantinople or Troas. That riverbed has dried up like significantly since we first came into the truth. So since 2008, I think a little bit in prophecy.
that's right.
They don't really talk about it too tough, but like if you go back and check, because I remember I think seeing it on Al Jazeera, they were talking about it, and then they started blocking out Al Jazeera certain stuff that they were leaking because of the sanctions.
They got this Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Let them come up.
Yeah, so we're proclaiming this. It's truth, right?
And it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
Because the other nations, they're known for farming, right? So one point, America was a bully, pruning hooks into spears to get ready for war, right? And mother spears is a nuclear.
And it says, verse 9, your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
That's right. So the swords, the guns, short range guns, and then the spears is your long distance ICBM, nuclear technology, cruise missiles, and so forth.
And it says into
If you remember, you guys probably younger than me though, but in like the 80s, right? Those catch pajamas, it should be like the kung fu movies, man. I say Moab running on some stone and some flat shoes and some old clothes, man. I'm like, running, I'm just making fun of them.
Yeah.
But now you see them, they're like way past. When it comes to building structure, is way past, more modernized than what's called America.
they
Canada.
say they're 10 years ahead
Done.
for technology.
Well, actually, they've been cutting corners. You brothers haven't been watching because I watched this show on YouTube called China Uncensored, and they cut corners, and some of their buildings is not made properly. If you remember in the early 2000s, a lot of their malls was collapsing and shit like that, but they've been putting media blocks because they've been cutting corners. There's ways to cut corners. It's just hack jobs, man. Right? Lack of material, source of material, you can put this here and that. But now, even from before, I believe with their building their structures, they used to use the bamboo on the outside and shit like that, but they stopped doing that. So now they're using 3D printer and all of that. And I'm sure they're missing putting rebars every certain amount of square foot or whatever, right? So there's a certain alignment that you're supposed to put to building, and they're cutting corners. So everything's just collapsing. So a little earthquake happens, this apartment missing in a building, then there's no fucking stairs. I've seen it. Guy's trapped in his fucking apartment, no way to get down. He's gonna have to jump, and there's a missing floor. Yeah,
Like the Matrix, man.
yeah. I watch this show. It's China Uncensored. They show a lot of stuff that goes over there that they don't there's actually media block. They won't come over here, but they get in contact with.
You know, the scriptures don't lie.
Mhm.
What the hell is Moab building buildings for?
Yeah.
So when I hear people say, "Oh, China's this, China's that," the scriptures don't lie. You can wash pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's his blessing.
Supposed to be cleansing the
Being a
place.
wash pot. The Lord blessed him as a wash pot. Great. He's a great chef. Abominable great chef.
Yeah. Ammon
And
is
he's
better
a
than
damn
him.
liar. That's
Ammon
also
is more
part of
better
his
than him
thing.
with cooking.
Hey, look at my buildings. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a damn liar. That's also his blessing is exposed about that. But mainly a wash pot. The
Yeah.
scripture says that.
Because they do a lot of covering up of damn things, man. You know, because they took those contracts cheap what Esau gave them in the 90s with the build it. We'll build this. Yeah. Ching dong dong dong. You know, they take this and you know they do wonders. You know, downtown in Toronto
Yeah.
on the strip, and then you see like they would do wash pot shit. Like they do the lowest of the lowest, and you think it's all good and dandy. Our people going in the restaurants and
You're
eating from them.
dodgy
Eating
food.
It's
butter oil
duck.
and
We're
shit.
fucking laughing at the wonton soup.
And
Yeah.
you're getting the
Dodgy shit.
The
No, that's
famous
a fact.
wonton
Yeah.
soup.
I didn't like it. I didn't like
We laugh.
Moab is my wash pot.
Mhm.
Over Edom will I
them continually.
Yep.
Brother mentioned about the
Because even
establishment.
last night I watched a video from Elder Yashawamba from Texas, and he was going into Bible's manners and customs from this um, site. Remembers about him being a washpot, and really he's just a utensil like a footstool. You know, just a person to cleanse up, clean up, just that, right? Because really he should be cleaning these fucking windows, doing those type of jobs, right? But he's right behind Esau.
Yeah.
He's just gotten proud because he's fulfilling what in the I think in the 40 chapters what of Isaiah is mentioning about he's going to be proud. Right.
Yeah. So fulfill that. Go ahead, brother.
Moab is my wash. For Philistia will I triumpheth.
Philistia is Philistines.
I'm
Okay. Verse 10. Who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me into Edom?
This is the Lord,
That's right.
right?
That's right. It says, "Wilt not thou, O Yahweh, who has cast us our host, give us help from for vain is the help." Tells you or 63 or 66.
Yes.
Yeah, it tells you about the type of destruction he's gonna come with when it comes to Esau, Edom,
Yeah.
right? And it says through Yahweh.
It's gonna be a bloodbath passage in 63. But he's gonna stain his raiment and stuff like that.
Sure.
Like that's how bloody the scenery is gonna be.
Right.
Because really, the Lord's coming back as an angel. No blood might not even get on him, man. He'd be moving so goddamn fast. You'd be like, because look how fast those chariots move, man. Imagine how fast an angel moves.
It's true.
and they're coming in their vehicles.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it says through Yahweh we shall do
Valiantly.
Yeah, how do you say it again?
Valiantly.
Valiantly.
Yeah.
God, water.
Tongue
For
twister
he-
happens.
Yeah, God. For it is that shall tread down our enemies.
So that's why it says about the Lord shall rise up to the prey, right? In
Jeremiah
Zephaniah?
Jeremiah.
Yeah, there is one in there. How do you quote that one in Jeremiah again?
Jeremiah
Lord shall rise to their
The
prayer.
thickets?
Tickets, yeah.
Yeah, the lion.
Yeah, and then the other one,
Jeremiah.
is it Zephaniah or Zechariah?
So Jeremiah 6.
No, let me.
Yeah, Zephaniah 3 and 8.
Okay, yeah, Tawada. Okay.
Yeah, that was it on that precept. That was it on that precept.
Jeremiah 4:7.
Yeah, you can bring it out. No problem.
So this is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 7. And it says, the lion is come from his thicket, the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. He
That's
is
right.
gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate, and thy city shall be laid waste without an inhabitant.
Yeah, and then the scripture that matches up with exactly what Brother Bart just brought out, right? Who's the line of Judah? Yeah. So the Yahushai is gonna get busy, man. It's about he's gonna be coming through the thickets, man. Right?
You could go that way. Yeah, then
Yeah,
turn
and
right.
you turn right.
And then you go on the little path, and then just keep going.
What was he
Like,
saying?
just go on right, turn right, and
Yeah.
go on the path.
So the Lord is gonna be doing what he said he's gonna do.
Yeah.
He said about he's gonna be he's gonna come for Edom, man. And redeem Jacob.
Shalom, Ak.
Shalom.
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 Shalom. Gonna redeem Jacob, man. Yeah.
I got a current event, brother.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Prophecy, yeah.
All right. It's another current event. We talked about it a bit earlier coming up. This is, it says President Joe Biden announces Americans who won't vaccinate before 2022 will be put into camps.
Make sure you use your code words. We're going to get censored.
Yeah.
Channel vision.
Hey, time of the word. Time of the word. My bad, though.
Yeah, it's all good.
It is what it is.
Happens.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, because of damn algorithms and
Con.
bullshit.
Okay, Khan. Yeah. So the heading, it says announces Americans not jabbed for 2020 will be put into camps.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it says valuewalk.com. That's where it comes from. That's the article. It says valuewalk.com. It says President Joe Biden announced the spread into quarantine camps.
Hey, let me just say this. Hey, they deserve to go into those camps.
Well,
Okay.
it's gonna be bloody. It's
They
not.
did-
It's like you think people's gonna give up their freedom.
Well, we're gonna get
to go into
But I want to stay in the spirit with what I'm really saying, right?
Yeah.
We talked about the sealing work. We talk about, right? So you people that's going to go into these camps, a lot of you people, is because you're disobedient to begin with, right? We talked about the seal of the Lord. Okay,
Understand it.
right? And understanding the fear of Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
day
Right.
by day.
You know, day by day.
It's a walk. It's a walk that we all have to go through day by day,
Exactly.
and we have to sharpen up our mind, and we have to do more. For our younger brothers, we have to do more research. Into things.
Yeah,
Mhm.
these people
We
are
all-
going into camp.
yeah.
Salaka, they don't fear the Lord. That's the point I want to make.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
brother.
I'm gonna finish this up. It says
Oh, yeah,
into quarantine camps where they will be detained indefinitely until they get their shots.
They will learn to fear
So
the
it
Lord
just
in
said
those camps.
indefinitely. Indefinitely means unknown time.
Exactly.
So that's not good. So you could be a prisoner for how long? 3, 5, 10 years, 20 years. Who knows?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Said he was
What's that,
going to
what's
prison,
that
too.
Purge movie now? Like the new one?
Purge forever.
Yeah. Yeah. So these people are gonna be.
Wow.
But I don't know what it's like. We don't care, Fuck it.
Yeah, we're dead
We
to the
die,
world.
we die.
We're dead to the world, but alive in
Yeah.
the word of
Spirit.
Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
That's right.
that precept. This is backing up that article there. It says this is Mark 16 and 17. It says, "And these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name shall they cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues. They shall take up serpents." Oh, it's a lot. Where does it say that you should still eat in the synagogues?
Oh, 2 and 9,
Yeah.
2, 9, 3, 9.
Yeah.
And that's bro. That's like I think three more
What you
years.
say, Mark? What?
Two and no, Revelation. Oh no, you're talking about
They'll throw you in the synagogue. It says that they'll throw you in the synagogues. They
And
think
sure,
they do the Most High service. That person. I'm
I
gonna
think
get
it's
that
in
real
the
quick.
in the
It's a lot.
gospel.
yeah, that's in the gospel. Selected. I was looking up at our priest. But I'll grab this.
Yeah,
This
come
is
on.
Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, "Now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of Yahushua Mashiach, which accused them before Yahweh day and night," which is going into the with the previous document you brought out
Mhm.
about throwing people into concentration camps.
Continuously.
Right?
As we speak right now, that's happening.
Yeah, it's on lockdown. Australia.
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
The whales.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they're moving it to thing two. They're gonna lock down thing. So they're trying to be shit.
Even
'Cause
right.
they're gonna shut down London again. They're gonna shut it down because I was watching the link earlier before it was coming.
Mm.
I was at to watch like 12 minutes, and the guy was reading a legislation because they're calling the this variant the Delta. It's actually hay fever, but it's they're calling it the Delta.
Hey,
Like
look
the
up that word,
Mosai,
Delta.
like the Mosai sending plagues. You know, even in Australia, there was like plagues of
rats.
rats.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of rats. I think it was in Wales, Australia, man. Like plagues of rats and stuff in their
Mhm.
stores, in their homes.
I got it.
The Mosai is sending all kind of different.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That word
Bring
Delta.
bring out
Yeah, bring out
definition.
that word.
I got the etymology of the word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Okay.
Go ahead.
12th century, name of the fourth letter of the Greek alphabet,
Okay.
which was shaped like a triangle. The name is from Phoenician Dalith, 10th
Yeah,
door,
Dalath.
Dalath,
Yeah,
10th
door.
door,
That's right.
a triangular island or olival tract between the diverging branches of the mouth of a great river, is because Herodotus used it of the delta-shaped mouth of the Nile.
Herodias.
Yeah, Herodias. It was so used in English from 1500s and applied to other river mouths or whatever shape. Also, it goes into this is where a river divides between entering a large body of water, an object shaped like an equilateral triangle. That's it. Yeah,
So it goes back to the shape.
yeah, triangle.
Door. A door. So his door is good for this truth is actually closing on, you know, and Mosai's just gonna open up a new door and just unleash all madness, like I've always been saying about that movie.
Bird box?
No,
No.
the one was it again? They open up a certain door and then unleash fury was all coming out and shit. It's a horror movie. Man, slip. I haven't been watching in a while, but it is a vicious movie, man. Yeah, all plagues and stuff was coming through. Werewolves, zombies, serpents, and just
If you look right now, look at the zoo right now. No, like when the beasts like go on us, no,
yeah,
get loose, it's gonna be game over, man.
Yeah.
No?
that's for the people.
Maybe a feast.
Yeah.
Feast for the animals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish this part here. Or let you finish with that with the
Yeah.
door thing. Revelation 12 and 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the lamb, which is this gospel, and they love not their lives unto death, just like Brother Conwell mentioned, right? Fuck this place, man.
Also, that goes into the word devices. We read earlier. The word devices goes back. It means desire.
Mhm.
So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, but we know his desire.
Yeah.
We know what he really wants to do.
These lusts and stuff out here that he
Exactly.
puts in before you to entice you.
Exactly. That's why Esau is big on getting them. What makes them angry under your control.
Yeah, I wish I said it, man. If you love this world, and love of the Father is not in you.
Hey, that was heavy too, Khan, because when Yahushua came, when he was slack, I was going about Yahushua to his mother. They said that he's going to be able to read the hearts of men, and that it shall also pierce your heart. So Yahushua, the entire side, they get into that. They come up about something.
Yeah.
You're thinking about this, all of a sudden on your feed, you see what you were thinking about, but you need to speak it out loud.
Yeah.
All of it.
Even the TVs.
Yeah.
So,
TVs. Yeah.
with the biometric, like the eye, like the scanning and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it says Hebrews 4:12, right? It's a discerner of the thoughts and the intent. So that's just more proof that the Lord is the Word, and we're gonna actually get that ability when we change.
Yeah,
It's true.
hopeful of that.
It's crazy.
So you're
Oh, that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, where the devil is come down unto you, having great. This nigga through. That's just it. Through. It's gonna go back to normal. No, it's gonna go from bad to worse. Where it's gonna be so bad you don't even want to come outside.
Yeah.
That's how bad it's gonna get out here. People are gonna have to fucking go and buy a thing, and it's gonna be impossible to go and buy it because it's gonna cost so damn much. Yeah, you call it there, the timber. Yeah, the timber, like planks, put over your window and shit, man.
Yeah, try to hide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna get bad.
Yeah.
I have that precept I was looking for earlier in synagogues.
Mhm.
Real quick, look at that. So this is Luke 21:12, and it says, "But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up into the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake."
Sure.
Because when we're in these camps, man, what are you going to be what's going to be the reason as to why you're not taking this bioweapon? Because it's against law.
Yep.
Right? You're going to be standing for to our apostles back in the day. Don't preach in this name. Get along. You're going to get along with the system.
Yep.
And we're going to say no. Yeah, get along to go along.
Yeah.
And we're going to say no. Right?
Indoctrination camps. Yeah,
That's right.
That's what they're gonna try to do.
That's right.
Yeah, that law is Leviticus 19:28.
And they're gonna try to break you, a higher gear,
That's right.
right?
That's right, man.
Because this ride is, it's gonna be short, but it is what it is.
That's right.
You gotta just prepare your mind.
That's
You
right.
have to know that you gotta die for Yahweh Shem Yahshai and amongst all the hopeful elect.
That's
You
right.
be called in, man. Right? So you're gonna be tried.
Right.
Because this is about it's a serious, or this has to be in the forefront of your mind. on a day-to-day basis. When you wake up, like, oh shit, I'm still in this fucking nightmare. When you wake up in the morning, man, you know, you gotta, give thanks to Yahweh Shem Shai. You don't have to do big things up in this truth if you just started, man. You just do the little things and build yourself so that you have a solid foundation, man.
So
Right?
wisdom and knowledge.
Like, I don't give a shit if I go to jail. Fuck that shit, because I've already had when we had that what was it we had a red eclipse very what 2-3 years ago in February. Like before this, not nonsense that's going on with the lockdowns and shit. I was working certain job at going work. It was conflicting me from coming to the truth, but I had a dream, and I was in chains, man.
Yeah,
it's in chains, and then there was other brothers with me, and then behold in the sky, the Most High cracked them heavens, man. And it was nothing but beer fire I could feel on my face, man. That was even the huge. And I woke up, but I was in chains, so yeah, I just had to deal with it. I've already been arrested, so some brothers haven't been arrested. They're gonna fucking bug out and shit.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that shit, man. If you do what Yahushua said, then just keep on hold fast onto that.
Yeah.
And just pray in your mind that Yahweh Shai, take care of me. If I die for this truth, then that's good.
that's
If
it.
I get my head chopped off, so what?
That's it.
As long as I save me a seat on it,
Because
because you'll get everything and more
that's right.
on the next on the other go around. On
The kingdom.
That's right.
It's verse 13. It says, "And it shall turn to you." Basically, everything you just broke down, right? Set therefore in your hearts,
Mhm.
not to meditate before what ye shall answer.
That's right. So don't, a wise man is a few words, man.
Yeah, straight to the point.
Yeah, you have a shot.
If you have to just tell him I serve Yahweh Shema Shai, and that's it.
That's it. That's right.
That's the best thing you could actually say out of your mouth.
That's right.
It's going to condemn them.
And it says, verse 15, for I will give you all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
That's right.
So that's the spirit that the Most High is going to put upon the elect. That even though resist what you're saying, he's still not to know, because in his pride he thinks I'm doing okay. Yeah, we're getting rid of these guys. He doesn't know he's fulfilling prophecy, man.
Yep.
So you can laugh at this devil in that time, man.
Appreciate it.
Come on, go ahead.
Yeah, so this is 1 John 2:5.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna laugh at this devil, man. More willing the Most High puts that spirit on me, because these guys are bums.
Yep.
Yeah.
The decrepit beings who are ruling this earth.
Got a precept.
Yeah, he's just reading him.
Oh, yeah, 2:5. It says, but whosoever keepeth his word, right? His brother
Yeah.
was mentioning, right?
Yeah.
In him verily is the love. Hereby know we that we are in him.
Mhm.
So you don't need all that stuff.
That's right.
The Lord promised you.
That's right.
You abide in the word, man.
That's right.
And we
It's
talk
like
about
confidence.
diligence earlier on, right?
That's right.
It's a part of that but the Lord gives you. Yes.
Time, this man, he's losing sleep.
Yeah.
He's eating my. I start losing fucking sleep, man. They don't know what to do, man.
That's right.
That's why it says they're going to turn into madmen.
Actually, yeah, like you said, they don't know what they're gonna do. They're just gonna come in.
King Herod when he was losing sleep about the Lord's return.
Yeah, yeah.
And he made that decree to kill all
John.
the babies. Right? This is just backing up all this point here. Matthew 27, verse 11. And Yahushua stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, saying, Art thou the king of the Jews?
That's right.
And Yahushua said unto him, Thou sayest. So he just answered the question by
You already answered it.
yeah,
That's right. You gotta take it in. Yeah, yo, Yahushua got beat up, got traded off to Herod, got mocked, laughed upon, brought back, and Pontius Pilate said, okay, like
Yeah, he was mind fucking them, really.
yeah, he was mind fucking him. Yahushua
Yeah.
is mind fucking him while he's going through this. And Pontius Pilate, he's in the spirit like, okay, have you had enough? Are you gonna talk to me now? And he's
Yeah.
like, are you the king of the Jews? He's like, you already said it. So you still kept that spirit after all of that, man.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Yeah,
That's heavy. That's
Mine was
badass.
Yeah, and,
That's Yahushua, man. That's
more
crazy.
and we're gonna take real quick.
Strong
Hold
as
on.
mine.
What he just said there, the answer is usually in the question. Go ahead.
Right.
Especially it's a great question. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And when he was accused of the chief priests and elders, he answered nothing. Then said Pilate unto him, Hearest thou not how many things they witness against thee?
Yo, like, aren't you hearing these people out here? They're saying that you're a murderer, you're all this, you're not gonna say anything.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
And he answered him to never a word, insomuch that the governor marveled greatly.
Like, yo, what's wrong with this guy? What the heck? I put him through all this, he's not saying a word. You know? Because they're used to seeing people
Great.
like in agony. When you put somebody through something, you torture them. Okay, I'm done. You're right. I give in. That's what they want. Yahushua didn't give a slip of that.
Well, when you watch shows like the First 48 or whatever, when they interrogate like
Yeah.
those people in the room,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
usually the people who on them on the
As soon as they get hungry and they want that Wendy's burger,
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
these guys start spilling the beans.
Yep. Want a cup of coffee? Start with a cup of coffee. Right. That's usually it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And get you to say your own words.
Yeah, man, that's a heavy spirit. That's
Spiritual
beautiful.
warfare.
Is there more on that? Or
Wow.
that's it? That's just the account.
something else.
I don't got nothing in mind yet. Where we at? What's the time?
What time?
157.
Oh, okay. We got a couple more precepts. I do got
Second,
something to bring out.
yeah. Second address, the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and the punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it.
That's right.
Egypt, where is that? Because it's not in existence as it strong was during the time when Joseph, and when we were in captivity there. So what is that talking about? Talking about America, right?
That's right.
The dead bodies shall lie in the great city,
You're right.
right?
That's right.
They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and the hail with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh.
That's right.
One people shall stand up to fight against another, and
19 says that it says the Egyptian against the Egyptian,
Of course.
right? So the Democrat versus Republican. The Lord said he said when he comes he's going to bring division,
Yeah.
right?
A lot of these whistleblowers are Edomites
Yeah,
that come out on Esau and the kingdom and stuff.
Yeah.
I watched this guy who Apostle Har brought out talking about how this guy goes into Rome and how Rome is today. Rome is America today.
extension. Yeah,
Yeah, extension. He goes into the currency and how everything is the same. You know, he's
Mhm.
this is an Edomite. So you said Egyptian versus
Shall be sorry, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another.
That's right, and that's happening right now. Man's just plotting against next man's. You know. Yeah, they know you have.
Yep.
Even if it's a meal, we're crazy.
Haiti, like there was a guy, he got like a preacher, he got kidnapped or whatever. You know that they kidnapped him because they want that money, man.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tax for your money.
Yeah.
Being rich is gonna come out this, but being rich, like in Purge, the movie Purge, the rich exactly. That's the point. Being rich is gonna put a target on your back.
Yeah.
That's all it's gonna do. You know.
Right.
They
Tuck
think
your
it's
chain in, man.
right.
Tuck your chain in.
Princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power.
That's right. So they're gonna do whatever they want to do, however they want to feel.
Yep.
You know, you got a lot of pedophiles, you got a lot of people, these women out here. The majority of these women who feel confident don't know humility until these guys get out the woods. And when these guys come out, they're gonna take them and do all type of things for them.
Yeah.
Men like this are sitting in every corner, your neighbor, watching your daughter, watching you,
Yeah.
watching
Yeah.
your wife,
Yeah.
plotting, like you said,
Yeah.
plotting on other men's, homes and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of creeps out here, man. Women don't understand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially up here
Yeah.
in the States, that's not really going on.
No.
They took on all of those you can go here, you can go there, or whatever.
That's
You know,
true.
but they put in like, oh, did you get enough?
Mhm.
It's just gonna go right back to nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't want you even going into another province. Certain provinces you can't go into, right?
Amen.
And even the truckers are having a hard time. I'm seeing the shit on what is it, CBC and shit. Trying to cross and go into Manitoba and all of that. They're having a hard time. They have to wait in a damn line. What the hell? Into Quebec.
These are trucks porting food and stuff, no?
Yeah.
And it's right
Yeah.
next door.
It's crazy.
The Quebec, Montreal, it's right next door. You know, that's to Canada, right?
If
Yeah.
people don't know, it's a ripple effect, man.
Yeah.
Some of these prophecies are a ripple effect. Like this one, that the fact that these cities are going to be closed off,
Yeah.
that's a ripple effect into the food. Like you're just talking about, these truck drivers are going to get into these cities,
Yeah.
which is going to starve out the people inside the
Yep.
city,
Exactly.
which is an old tactic of war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Siege the city,
Exactly.
starve it out, cut off the lines
That's right.
against Israel.
Mhm.
That's right. So it's like that's why it's good to like you could buy that book or you could listen to like the Art of War,
Yeah, yeah.
that Book of the Five Rings, because
Well, you can get a
Yeah.
PDF for it. I have a
PDF.
PDF for it, and
Yeah.
it just shows you the quotes from it. So then you know certain quotes.
Yeah.
Major quotes. You just keep on going through, read one quote and read the next. And
yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Just to sharpen your awareness of strategy.
Yeah.
Strategy of warfare.
Yeah. Says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Right.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. They shall destroy their houses, lack of bread, and
Right.
Yeah. Remember you read the scripture from earlier about vain is the help of man.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to really rely on Yahweh Shemi Shai, your relationship that you started before. You know all of this turmoil is about to hit because that door is closing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
it.
And
Like
you want
this
to
is verse-
you want to be pardoned for your sins.
yeah, like this is verse 24. Like Second Esdras 15, 20, verse 24. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord.
That's right. Yeah, you can't serve two masters, man. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
Yeah. I was going to say the verse is up where you just read before that. It says that there's no bread.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really spiritual,
above-
but no, it's spiritual bread. I was just saying,
yeah,
right?
right here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's spiritual bread and literal bread.
Yeah.
Because that's the ultimate. That's ultimate is spiritual, right?
Yeah,
Because you don't have that, you're gonna be lacking,
that's true.
waiting in the balance.
Good point. And a good illustration to what you're saying
Yeah.
is Bird Box. Because they had the one Jake in there.
Yep.
With the glasses. Remember we watched it?
Prophet.
Yeah, and he was telling like, well, man, it came out in the Bible that this was supposed to happen, and everybody was like going through their reason as to why this is happening. And he was the last one, and they're like, we don't know about all that. And when he was speaking it, you could see on their face, they're like, they knew it was kind of true, but they didn't want to hear it, even though they're in that state.
Yep.
So in that time, people are gonna be like looking for answers, like, yo, weren't you out there talking about this? Like just like Peter, when Peter had to deny Yahushua
Yeah.
3 times, the woman was like, I swear I saw you with Yahushua. He's like, no, 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 no.
Right? But they think it's a.
I think that's 2, right? That's 2 hours ago?
Yep.
Okay. The priest is almost done? Or?
That's
Done?
it. In March.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, we're going to close.
Hashem
Baruch
Rakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Salutations to the elect, pushing the peace and mercy to sincere aqua that may listen. Say about the ball.
Abad Babal.
Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
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 The next one.